Hey everybody, how's it going? Hope you're having a lovely day. Welcome to today's episode of How You're Getting Fucked. I'm your host, Louis Rossman. And today we're going to be going over AI cameras being used for code violations. This is interesting. This is an article from wavy.com. Good Neighbor Patrol Vehicle uses tech to clean up Newport News. It's a city in Virginia. Newport News is rolling out the Good Neighbor Patrol Vehicle in an effort to keep the city cleaner, safer, and make it more welcoming. Using exterior-mounted cameras and smart technology, the vehicle will identify property maintenance issues visible to the public. If you could see it from the street, the truck will as well. Footage is reviewed by Codes Compliance, and if an issue is identified, an inspector will confirm, and property owners will receive a letter giving them 30 days to correct the issue before any enforcement action is taken. The initiative is a response to previous surveys from residents concerned about poorly maintained areas. This is about helping residents. We are combining innovation with accountability to make neighborhoods stronger. The Good Neighborhood Patrol Vehicle helps ensure we are fair, consistent, and respectful as we work with residents to keep our city clean, safe, and attractive. According to a release from the city, the new vehicle will be looking for common maintenance issues such as overgrown grass, weeds, or vegetation, trash, debris, or discarded items in yards or driveways, abandoned or inoperable vehicles visible from the street, peeling paint, broken windows, or damaged exterior coverings, and you get the idea. Now, this is very interesting to me because this is a city in Virginia. We're talking about a state we just went over a fact that a good portion of their law enforcement officers don't even respond to the surveys asking if they're obeying the law, much less actually obeying the law when it comes to AI-powered surveillance cameras being used everywhere. We're talking about a state where there are city mayors that use ChatGPT to write their responses to Reddit posts in their AMAs. This is not something that I trust to be moving in the right direction. And I think the thing that's the most frustrating to me here is when you think about all the things that these could actually be used for that would help people rather than being used to spy on them or being used to find them or fuck with them. I was having this conversation with my personal trainer yesterday after the gym. How many times have you ever waited at a red light when there's no reason for the light to be red? Like there's nobody there whatsoever. It's just on a timer or something, or it's just trying to sense weight in the road or something. Imagine having something that runs a local AI, a basic local AI that's on the traffic light that figures out whether or not the light should be red. Like, how much time would Americans save collectively if all of the effort that got put into building a Fourth Amendment violating surveillance network were just used to have these little local AI running cameras that just figured out whether or not the traffic light should be red? Like, no, that can't be what it is. It has to be something that's used to surveil and spy on American citizens. It has to be something that can be used as a dragnet so that somebody can figure out and stalk their ex-girlfriend. It has to be used to figure out whether or not somebody driving a fucking $70,000 truck stole a $7 Amazon package in a neighborhood that they can prove that they've never even driven through. And now it's going to be used to find people because their weeds are too tall outside their property. And I'm not saying that people should not take care of their property. That's not what I'm saying. You know, when I first moved to Texas, I didn't live where I live now. I wanted to get a big house so that all my employees would be able to stay there. I told everybody you get 1.5 years free rent if you follow your crazy boss across the country. And we got a house in Round Rock because that was the only place you could get like 6 or 7 bedrooms for less than $4,000 a month. And one of the things that I didn't understand with one of the culture shocks for me as somebody who was born in Brooklyn, lived in Bed-Stuy half his life, is that there's this thing called HOAs. So there would be people that would show up to my house and they would be taking pictures out of the fucking window of their van, and then they would send me pictures of my grass blades, and I'm just like thinking, what the fuck are you doing? Do you not have a life? Do you not have a job? What is wrong with you? And they would complain about the length of the grass blade. Like, you were supposed to get the lawn cut when it was this large, and now it's this large, so we're going to fuck with you. There were times where we would put the garbage out on Friday, and because I have a job, I go to work. After putting the garbage out on Friday, I would then come home around 7 or 9 o'clock. But because I came home at 7 or 9 o'clock, the garbage would be out all day, which apparently you're not allowed to do. It was a whole mess. And anyway, this was annoying enough when it's neighbors. Imagine when it's automated. Imagine when you're getting flagged because the AI thinks that a scratch in your window is a crack. Imagine getting a citation because a fucking Snickers bar or some crap rolled over into your yard and it thinks that's a garbage bag. You think this is silly, but this piece of garbage thought that a candy bar was a gun, so why wouldn't it think that a candy bar is a garbage bag? And I know what you're saying. Well, Louis, it says that they can have somebody look over it, but look at my experience in New York City when you actually have a human looking over it. Doesn't really make it much better now, does it? The primary problem that I have here is that AI is not being used to benefit the actual citizens of society that are being charged for this crap, that are the taxpayers that are buying it. It is being used to spy on them, it's being used to fine them, or it's being used to fuck with them. I don't like it. I just got to put it out there. I don't trust Virginia with AI. Tell me why I should. Just 2 videos ago when I went over how so many of their law enforcement forget about obeying the law. They won't even respond to a survey asking if they're obeying the law when it comes to AI. Are you excited at the idea of an AI-powered camera taking pictures of all the houses in the neighborhood to try and spot code violations that human beings didn't spot, just to make it easier to figure out new ways to nickel and dime and fine you? Let me know what you think in the comments down below. That's it for today. And as always, I hope you learned something. I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.